Yo, what is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that is often overlooked, but it's really important. Warm up. Yup, I said it, warm up. I know a lot of you guys overlook this and most definitely don't stretch or do some kind of warm up before your lift. If I'm talking to you right now, I would recommend you make that change, or else you might face the consequences of not warming up. Consequences like poor performance during your lift, not able to have the best range of motion when performing your exercises, and the worst of them all, you have a high chance of injuring yourself. Why would you want that? Now the question is, why should you warm up? Well, warming up does the complete opposite of the consequences of not warming up, like enhancing your performance, increasing your heart rate, which will increase blood flow to your muscles, and also get your joint ready and lubricated before your lift, and most especially reduce your risk of injury. With that being said, I'm going to guide you through a full warm-up that you can do before your push session, your pull session, your leg session, or even if you decide that you want to train your whole entire body. So we're going to get started with the movement that you should be doing before you get right into your push workout. The first movement is going to be active wrist stretch. What you want to do is actively extend your wrist back and forth so you can improve your wrist range of motion. This will help you perform those push exercises like bench pressing, overhead press, or even push-ups, which requires a lot of wrist mobility. You just want to perform this movement for about 15 to 20 seconds. The next movement we're going to do is arm circles. These are great for loosening up your shoulders and upper back. So we're going to rotate our arm forward for about 30 seconds, then switch directions and go backwards for another 30 seconds. This movement helps to increase the range of motion in your shoulders and get them ready for your lift. The next movement we're gonna do is the band pull apart. For this one, you're gonna need a resistance band. So you wanna pick a light resistance band, nothing too crazy. You wanna hold the resistance band with both hands. Arm extended in front of you at shoulder's height. Keeping your arms straight, you want to pull the band apart by squeezing your shoulder blades. You want to repeat this movement for about 10 to 12 reps. The next movement we're going to do is what I call the chest opener. So what you want to do is you want to collapse your hand behind your back. You want to gently pull your arm backwards while lifting your chest upwards. You want to hold this stretch for about 3 seconds, then release. Then hold the stretch for about 3 seconds, then release. So you want to keep this movement going on for about 10 to 12 reps. This is a great movement to open up your chest, allowing you to go through a full range of motion as you perform your exercises. And the last movement we're going to do is the push-up workout. When performing this movement, you want to bend your hips to touch the floor. Then walk your hands forward until you are in a push-up position. You want to perform 1 push-ups, then walk your hands back to your starting position. You want to keep this going on for about 6 to 8 reps. This is a great movement because it really engages your chest, your shoulders, your triceps, and your core, prepping your whole entire body for your lift. Now, say you want to train your back and biceps. These are the movements you should be doing before you get into your pull session. The first movement is going to be active wrist stretch. So when performing this, you want to actively extend your wrist back and forth so you can improve your wrist range of motion. The next movements we're gonna do is arm circles. These are great to loosen up your shoulders and your upper back. So we're gonna rotate our arm forward for about 30 seconds, then switch directions and go backwards for another 30 seconds. The next movement we're gonna do is called the thoracic spine rotation. To begin, you wanna get into a tabletop position. Then you want to place one hand behind your head and rotate your upper body, bringing your elbow towards the opposite hand. Then you want to open up by pointing your elbow towards the sky or the ceiling. You want to keep this up for about 8 to 10 reps on each side. The next movement we're going to do is called the cat-cow stretch. This is a very simple movement. So you want to get into a tabletop position, and you want to start by arching your back, and at the same time you want to drop your belly towards the floor while lifting your head up. This is called the cow pose. Then you want to transition into the cat pose by rounding your back, and you want to tuck in your chin at the same time. You want to keep this movement going on for about 8 to 10 reps, holding each position for about 3 seconds before switching up to the next. And the last movement is going to be dead to active hang. For this one, you are going to need a pull-up bar. So you want to hang from the pull-up bar with your arm fully extended and your feet off the ground. Relax your shoulders and let your body hang for about 3 seconds. Then from the dead hang position, you want to transition into the active hang by engaging your shoulders and pulling them away from your ears. By doing this, you will be able to activate the muscle around your shoulder blades and your upper back. You want to hold the active hang for about 3 seconds before switching back to the dead hang. Keep switching back and forth till about 8 to 10 reps. Now, say you want to train your lower body. Obviously, that's going to be your legs. These are going to be the movements you want to do before you get into your leg workouts. With legs, we want to start with some kind of cardio just to get your heart rate up and get some blood flow to your muscle. If you have access to the Stairmaster, I would recommend using it. When using the Stairmaster, I want you to pick a comfortable speed that allows you to go for about 5 minutes. Remember, it's a warm-up. You don't want to burn yourself out before you begin your actual workout. If you don't have access to a Stairmaster, then you want to do some jumping jacks for about 30 seconds. Jumping jacks are great because it involves all muscle groups, all the way from your arms to your core and down to your legs. The next movement we're going to do is what I call the hip flexor to hamstring dynamic stretch. So you want to begin by starting in a lunge position to stretch your hip flexor. To get a proper stretch, lift your arm up with a slight lean backwards. Hold the stretch for about 3 seconds before transitioning into the hamstring stretch. We want to do this for about 8 reps on each side. The next move we want to do is the leg swings. So you want to find a wall or something next to you for support. You want to swing side to side, keeping your hips squared to the wall to avoid swinging. You want to do about 10 swings on one side, then switch to the other. Once that is done, you want to swing from front to back. You want to do about 10 swings on one side, then switch to the other. Doing leg swings are great because it increases your hip mobility and get blood flowing to your whole entire lower body. And lastly, we are going to do some hip rotation. So you want to find a wall or anything for support, and you want to start with your knees up. Then you want to rotate your hips inward, completing a full movement with your knees back up. We want to do this move for about 8 reps before switching to the other side. Once that is done, you want to do some outward rotation just like you did with the inward rotation. Make sure you are completing every reps with your knees up. Do this for about 8 reps before switching to the other leg. Now, say you want to train your full body. You can always mix your push warm-up, your pull warm-up, and your leg warm-up together, depending on what body part you want to focus on. Guys, I can't emphasize the importance of warm-up enough. If you really want to have the best and most quality workout, I would recommend you do this warm-up I just shared with you guys. Remember, a good warm-up set the tone for your whole entire workout. So don't skip it. If you find this video really helpful, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more helpful fitness tips like this. With that being said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.